This breakdown what I will give you guys in today's video will truly, without any doubt, revolutionize your gameplay in terms of attacking. Like your tempo will improve, your decision making, your build-up play, and also your unpredictability, which is very vital when you're attacking in FC24, and the tempo goes along. Okay guys, this is more of a discussion tutorial. Pay close attention, but there's also some examples which I want to show you guys. Look here, the difference between rushing and having a high tempo. Having a high tempo means when you get a chance to do that first time passes, you do that there. The reason why, you don't want your opponent to read you easily. You want your opponent to be switching one way, because when you hit a miss switch and you see there's a chance to exploit a certain area in the virtual pitch, like space, that's when you go exploit that area. Or maybe you send the player on a run and a gap opened up, and there you lay it off to your striker, and there, boom, goal. You see, so that's why it's so important to have a high tempo. A lot of people basically get confused with having a high tempo. It's like, I also got confused. How must I have a high tempo without rushing forward? See, the difference is, like, you must take your time. A lot of people get confused, meaning take your time. Like, if you need to dribble backwards, dribble backwards. If you need to make a pass backwards, make a pass backwards. You know, it's very important, but make sure you pass that ball with fast pace. Make sure you do the 1-2 passes. Make sure you do the first time passes, so you keep your opponent guessing. Like, yeah, as you guys can see, I'm trying not to hold on to the ball too long, you know. So I'm basically like trying to make my opponent's mind spin. You see, when you pass the ball fast and you maintain ball possession, that's when opponent get very confused, and if his switching is not up to a certain standard, his switching is not good, that's when you'll be able to, you know what, open up a lot of gaps and create a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's take for example bodybuilding. Let me use that analogy. You see, when the guys do bodybuilding, what they do, because they want to, you know, lift up a lot of weight, so they want to improve their strength. So what they do, they like basically, like maybe they lift up 200 kgs, like maybe to bench press. They lift up about maybe 300 or 250 kgs in order to get their body used to the least kg. You know what I'm saying? Like the less a kg is like 200k what they pick up. Same thing with your tempo. You need to improve your reflexes. Like me, my coach has been telling me for years this. You need to make sure you have a high tempo, but at the same time, take your time. You know what I'm saying? And you see, if you build up from the back, if you build up slow from the back, you're going to always have that issue of building up slow and taking your time, because you know why? You want to make that safe passes. And when you always do that there, you always will be slow, guys. And with slow build up, your opponent will read you easily. I'm just going back to rewind the video. I also want to show you guys and explain the examples. Okay, look here guys, I want to show you guys. Look here, rushing is when you just pass the ball or you just go forward and you don't take your time. You don't take touches into the empty space, and you take touches where your opponent is, and that's when you lose the ball. That's rushing, and that's what kills your high tempo. Like, look here. Look, he took a touch into me. Why he did that there? He shouldn't have do that. He should have taken a touch backwards, as I said, or else, you know, take a touch backwards and then make a pass backwards. Okay, there I managed to get a ball. Like here, look here. I'm trying to maintain a high tempo, but at the same time, take my time. Look, instead of going forward, I pass backwards, which I mentioned in the video. There, look, taking my time, going backwards. See, the goalkeeper should also be part of your gameplay. You should also use him. Go backwards if you need to with him. Yeah, look, just look at my build-up play. What I explained earlier on. Look, I'm doing exactly the same. You see, passing backwards. There, as you guys can see, I'm not rushing. There I did rush. I never calculate. You see, the rule is also you guys need to count 1, 2 in your mind. I use this rule. This is the utmost important rule. This will, when you count 1, 2 in your mind, yes, it will slow your gameplay down, but you'll be able to make better decisions and you'll be able to calculate and see what's the best options around the whole virtual pitch. It will help you in terms of your decision making. Decision making being the most important thing in FC24/FIFA. It will help you make better decisions, and when you can make better decisions, you can also maintain a high tempo. Remember what I said about the first time passes. You can do it, do it. There, as you guys can see, look, I was rushing there. There I was rushing. Here also I was rushing. Instead of taking my time going backwards, I go into him, I end up losing the ball. My opponent also rush. Never calculate and count 1, 2 in his head to see what's the best option. As you guys can see, look how fast I go there. Fast tempo, but then there ended up losing the ball. But you see at your opponent's half, don't worry about being preservative. Take that risk, guys. Take that risk. At the final third, you must take that risk. Look, my opponent's rushing, ended up losing the ball. He could have taken a touch backwards or pass backwards at basically at a high tempo. First time passes, as you guys can see. Look, high tempo, I got a goal. This is very, very important, guys. Then my opponent rush, I intercept that ball. Then I'm trying not to rush, but at the same time taking a high tempo. Having a high tempo. As you guys can see, look, I took touches backwards. I'm passing backwards, as you guys can see. Look, not rushing. Then I'm going backwards, dribbling backwards, passing backwards. You see, I'm taking time with my build-up play, but I'm making sure I have a high tempo from my side, from my half to the opponent's half, which is very, very vital. Yeah, look, my opponent made a stupid pass, as you guys can see. And that there killed his high tempo. Look. I don't know where's that footage now. But anyway, as you guys can see, that killed my opponent's high tempo. Let me just go back. As you guys can see, let's fast forward rewind a bit. Okay, it's not like, look there, I think so my opponent had a ball. And anyway, I don't know why it's not showing me. I never cut it right. I intercepted a ball with Van Dijk. You see, that's now rushing, guys. And that kills your high tempo. As you guys can see, look, I'm taking my time. Going back to the goalkeeper, taking touches backwards. See. When I need to do first time passes, I'm doing first time passes. You see, going forward, passing there. You see, there's my opponent, my player free. I got a goal. As you guys can see, look. And also with a high tempo, you're being unpredictable. When you one way, just pass the ball. When you can't do first time passes and you're not killing your opponent with first time passes. That's when your opponent's mind's going to spin. Like basically when you play your opponent with a high tempo, when he pass one way, tiki-taka football. Isn't it a headache, guys? To play against players like that. Like there, look, high tempo, first time passes. Look how I got that goal, guys. It like basically when you have a high tempo, your opponent has to do a lot of switching. Guys. So remember all the key things what I taught you guys. And that it's very, very important, guys. Very important. We're almost to the end of this video. But as you guys can see, I hope you guys truly understand what I want, what I'm trying to, the advice I'm trying to give in this video here, guys. What a high tempo it will revolutionize your gameplay big time, guys. Okay, so let's go over the key aspects. To have a high tempo, take touches into the empty space, like backwards. If you can't go forward, you don't see a pass forward. And when you go backwards, pass to your center backs, but that first time passes, do it when you can do it, guys. You know what I'm saying? Pass back to your goalkeeper if you need to. Dribble backwards if you need to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they just want to rush forward. And that's not the way to play, guys. The moment you rush forward one way, you guys saw in examples what happened. If there's no space going forward, take a touch backwards, make a pass backwards, but do not kill your high tempo. I had a problem for years with slow build up. Now I'm trying to excel, and that's why I'm here to help you guys and teach you guys not to make these mistakes. Now guys, this wraps the end of this video. If you guys want to learn how to be unpredictable when you score, when you're at your opponent's half and you facing your opponent's goalkeeper in a 1v1 situation and you do not know what to do, guys, you're unsure, then I suggest, if you're unsure and you don't know what to do and how to score when your opponent's goalkeeper is near you, click on this video here. I'll highly recommend you watch this video because you know what, it will help you. Anyways guys, this is the end of this video. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.